What's going on, Psych Perspectives? Let's discuss Donald Trump and the controversy around Trump's fast food football feast. People are calling Trump's McDonald's and Wendy's meal for the Clemson Tigers racist and classist. I said this when I first heard about it because I was like, you're going to the president. Okay, Psych Perspectives. Again, we're going to look at all the perspectives or most perspectives, different sides, okay? Because I don't want to be one-sided. I want to be able to present different sides, and then present my personal opinion, right? So let's look at it. When I first heard about this through my friend, I was like, damn, here you are, you won the championship for college football, Clemson Tigers. You've been invited by the President of the United States of America, the leader of the free world, has invited you because you and your team won the NCAA National Champions. Going to see the president. You get there thinking, man, we're about to meet the president. I went to the White House to meet the president, and I'm having dinner. I'm having a meal there. But when I get there, I'm eating McDonald's, Wendy's, fast food restaurants that we have in our own communities that we see every day, that a lot of us eat at weekly or daily or monthly. We drive by them. I can count the McDonald's. Like, there's like 4 McDonald's within a 10 to 15 minute drive around where my house is. This is shit that we see every day. And here I am at the White House with the president, and this is the shit that's presented to me as a meal. I'd be pissed off too, you know what I mean? And that's just my personal opinion. But let's get into Psych Perspective. I'm gonna show y'all this picture, man. And then on the flip side, you know I'm gonna give different perspectives. Another perspective is this. Donald Trump probably was like, football players, they're young guys. You know what? Get them some McDonald's, get them some Wendy's, make it a buffet. All the French fries and double cheeseburgers you could ever believe. Because this is how we make America great again. Great again for the teenage boys and the young boys and the college boys. I know you guys sit back and you're probably eating your cheeseburgers and your French fries, talking about the bitches on the yard that you're gonna grab by the puss, you know. That's probably where Donald Trump mindset could have been. I mean, I personally don't think Donald Trump really has all of his screws, but at the same time, I don't think Donald Trump is stupid either. I think a lot of his methods are very calculated and brilliant, even though they're sinister in my opinion. I'm just saying. But when you see this picture of Donald Trump with the food, it's like, dude, really? Like, that's our president. All right, so when President Trump welcomed the Clemson Tigers National College Football Champions to the White House on January 14th, he served them burgers, pizza, and fries from some of America's most storied institutions, fast food chains. The resulting buffet, which included hamburgers, fries, salads, fish sandwiches from McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy's, alongside Domino's Pizza, was a strange choice, particularly for an event held in a 140-seat state dining room, which traditionally hosts formal dinners for ambassadors and heads of the state. So just that part there, you can see where the perspective of it being racist and classist comes from. Let's talk about the classism and just that perspective real quick. They just stated, was a strange choice, particularly for an event held in the 140-seat state dining room, which traditionally hosts formal dinners for ambassadors and heads of the state. Like, these are the distinguished people of government. This is where we wine and dine them. But when you football players came to the same place that we wine and dine ambassadors and heads of the state, go some McDonald's. That's what y'all eat anyways. Right? Y'all some broke college students. You got as much money as I got, no way. Be satisfied with this. You can see where that classist perspective is coming from. But it was also a choice that Trump and the White House blamed on the partitional government shutdown. Oh my God. Now the longest in U.S. history. I did a video discussing the government shutdown. If you care to look at it, check it out. Thank you. Like many other federal institutions, the White House kitchen is not currently operating. which is partially a result of Trump's refusal to support a bill that doesn't include funding for a $5 billion wall on the Mexican border. So another perspective, in Trump's defense, this is true. Because of the government shutdown, the White House kitchen is not open. Ain't nobody working there. Ain't no chefs in the kitchen whipping up that Betty Crocker. Ain't nothing going down. So in his defense, you can also see why he didn't really have fancy food options if the White House kitchen is down. At the same time, I wonder how much money he spent on the buffet, because large fries and fish sandwiches and quarter pounders and Big Macs and pizza, that shit adds up. Okay, so I'm sure he spent at least a rack or more on that buffet that could have did some more quality food. You know what I mean? You see that perspective? Let me know. In an explanation for the evening's menu, White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders tweeted, "The Democrats' refusal to compromise on border security and reopen the government didn't stop President Trump from hosting a national champion Clemson football tonight. He personally paid for the event to be catered by some of America's greatest fast food joints." Ooh. What's funny? He said, play on Trump and in defense him. The perspective is like, damn, the president paid out of his own pocket to buy all this food, even though it's McDonald's and Burger King. The point is, he has enough money just by himself that he can pay for a buffet. All of these foods. Let's make it look like, damn, Trump got that much money that he can do that. So you can see how some people are going to look at this like, damn, he really got money. In other words, he's not relying on the government, you, the taxpayer, to pay for stuff. He did it out of his own pocket. You see how this is going to be played around, and you can see how conservatives and his supporters and Fox people and even independents are going to be like, damn. And you're going to have some Democrats that are also going to be like, whoa, you see where I'm going with there? And another thing, personally paid for the event to be catered by some of America's great fast food joints. So this is also a nod corporations and businesses, because he's helping to support America's greatest fast food joints: McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Domino's, American made, make America great again. You see it? So look at all these perspectives. He's gonna get a nod from the financial institutions and the businesses on that one. He told reporters that he personally bought 300 hamburgers in a tweet. Would have been $300 plus tax. And anyways, morning, the number had skyrocketed to 1,000 hamburgers. They meant hamburgers, but he spelt it, incorrectly. Anyways, great being with the national champion Clemson Tigers last night at the White House. Because of the shutdown, I served them massive amounts of fast food. I paid over 1,000 hamburgers. Again, he spelt it incorrectly. He meant hamburgers. Within 1 hour, it was all gone. Great guys and big eaters! Exclamation point. Donald J. Trump at Real Donald Trump, January 15, 2019. Those that provide a clear and a bit of an insignificant portrait of ease. So I'm not gonna read all this, but I'm gonna get to why people see it as being racist. Because remember, we did say we were gonna discuss multiple perspectives with this video. Why it's seen as racist is, again, who is predominantly on the football team? The color. And who's really predominantly on there? Black people. I already discussed the class situation, but let's talk about class and race together. So these kids, average, come from what? Inner cities and environments, lower income, working class, working poor. Some might be lower to middle class, but they're definitely not on Donald Trump's class. They're not with the 1%. They're not with the upper class. They're not with the wealthy. And many of them are not with the middle. People, I would argue, are not with the middle, including me. Predominantly black and predominantly people of color. Look at these, blah, 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 whatever executive that you want to think of. They like that shit. Gobble up, eat it up, enjoy. Let these kids eat burgers from McDonald's. kind of like Marie Antoinette. Let them eat cake. Let them eat city, unhealthy shit. I'm young, so you can see where people, you can see that racist and classist perspective, but you can also see the government has been shut down. The White House kitchen isn't open. He's got so much money that he doesn't need the government. He's paying out of pocket for this. What the rest of y'all doing? I'll leave links to this in the description box below so you can read up on it.